Hey guys, it's just Starr. So you saw my complaining earlier today, right? About the snow, because I do not like the snow, and it would be fine if people took care of their houses when they actually had showings, because that makes sense to me anyways. And one of the big things that literally I tell my clients about, hey, if it's going to snow, clear your driveways if you're having showings. If you guys are having showings, and you're not home and the house is vacant, pay somebody to clean this stinking snow. I can't stop complaining about this. I know, Tommy, I see it squalling. I'm in West Hartford now after my showings. I have to go to a networking event tonight, and yeah, the snow, it's like the bane of my existence here. So anyways, insurance wise, let me tell you guys something. These are important things to know. So if your house is vacant and you're on the market, you need to make sure that you carry a different insurance. Do you understand? Because if your pipes burst, the insurance may not cover the damage from burst pipes if it gets too cold here in New England. So you got to talk to your insurance agent if you're thinking of moving out of your house or it's vacant. If tenants are in the property, make sure they carry their own insurance just in case, because we have things called ice dams here when the weather is bad, and burst pipes. That happens frequently with the drops that we're seeing in temperature and the snow. And I'm still all ticked off because all the houses that we showed the last couple days, nobody plowed the driveway or shoveled the walkways. So slip and fall, you could have totally slipped and fallen, no problem. I was about to take a digger down that huge driveway, the first one we were at, because there was all ice underneath the snow and it was straight uphill. So anyways, agents, when you're showing these houses, make sure you bring an extra set of boots in your car, gloves, and a shovel and a flashlight, because sometimes power goes out too. So those are the things that I have been doing. This morning I did not have the appropriate shoes, and luckily, because I sell enough houses in Simsbury, when I was showing, I was with my friend and client, and it was a foreclosed house that we were showing, and I pulled up and I knew in my heart that stupid driveway wouldn't be shoveled or plowed, and neither would the walkway. So I was going to run home and grab shoes because she had to take care of her baby quick. And then I realized I had really good friends and clients that live right next door. And I luckily texted over to them and said, hey, any chance you are a size 9, even 10 shoe? I would love to borrow your shoes to walk through the snow. So at the next showings, I brought boots, which made sense. And they came up to about my knee on some of the snow because of how it had blown from the wind. So even if you think it's only a couple inches, depending upon where you're showing, and if it's out in the sticks, sometimes it piles up. So my lesson to you today, my friends, if your house is vacant and on the market, make sure you get and check with your insurance company to make sure that it is covered should you have any burst pipes. You should really keep your temperature, if your house is vacant, above, I honestly would say 60. Some people go in the 50s, but I'd say above 60, 62 even, because you want it at least a little bit more comfortable for people that are showing the house too. If it's freezing, I remember showing a property one time, it was winterized, it was a winter, so we're in New England, and it was so cold. It was actually colder in the house. Our noses were like freezing. It was awful. I was with Kelly and Dan Rutherford, and it was terrible. So anyways, if you guys are thinking of selling, make sure you keep it at a relatively comfortable temperature if you can, if the heat is still on. If not, you winterize it with a professional to have it done. Make sure your insurance has been switched if it's vacant, so that you have vacant property insurance. I think there's something in there about if you have furniture that it might be covered, but you want to just check either way so that you don't have any burst pipes, because it happens so easily here in New England. And then also, salt and sand and shovel those walkways and the driveway. Make the real estate agent that's showing your house, make their life easier. I say that because they're going to like you, right? And if they like you and they want to work with you, they're going to like your house more. They're not going to be ticked off by the time they go in the house. And obviously, if you're working with my team and I, we would love to help you. But what I would say is we can always leave booties at your house. We leave notes out there asking people to remove their shoes, because if you're showing and seeing property right now too, it gets super messy and clunky. And, you just want to make sure that you're respecting somebody's home as you're showing it. If you came home and you had muddy boots all over the place, or, there's 1,000 kids coming in looking at the property with you, you just want to make sure that you're taking care of the people's house. So as listing agents, we try to leave notes asking you to remove your shoes. We put it in our showing time instructions. We'll even leave booties, ask our sellers to leave the note. So if you're a buyer out there looking, take off your shoes when you go in. I understand if you don't because there's no heat. That would make sense because you'll be freezing, but that's it. And if you're looking at houses for real estate agents and for buyers out there, always good to possibly keep a flashlight and shovel and a bag of salt, extra pair of gloves, and a pair of boots like me in there. So anyways, that's all I got to say about that. I was so frustrated in every house we went to. Literally, it was like nobody decided to plow today. So agents, make sure you're checking on your houses and you're checking on your listings to make sure that the sellers are remembering to plow and shovel their driveways. Sometimes they forget and it's our job to remind them. So we always try to do that too and be a resource. So that's what I got, guys. Enjoy the next snow squall that's starting. It's supposed to drop a lot of snow right away. And if we can ever help you in Connecticut, we would love to. We actually need some of your help too. We have a bunch of buyers that are looking. There is nothing on the market. So we have buyers that are looking in Bloomfield, Simsbury, Granby, up to 300. We have multiple buyers in that price range. We also have... sorry, I'm getting text here. I'm trying to get them out of there. We also have buyers that are looking on the shoreline. We have buyers that are looking on the shoreline up to $350,000 in Branford, Guilford, you name it. And in Simsbury and the Farmington Valley, always we have buyers. So we have people looking up to $450, people looking up to $400, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. They love a flat yard, flat driveway, possible to finish the lower level. So if you guys can think of anybody, we've got a list of buyers. I'm going to post them later today. Make sure you reach out to us. Even if maybe they're going to be working with another agent or they're already working with an agent, let me know because maybe it could be a fit for one of our buyers. But if they don't have another agent, we would love to be your resource. So make sure you give me a call, 860-690-0679, and share this with your friends if you can. I would really appreciate it. But we need help finding houses for our buyers. And make sure you take care of your properties when you're showing the house. Even if you're not showing, these are smart things to do. So that's all I got to say about that. Have a great night, you guys. Drive safe, and I will talk to you all soon. Take care.